All right, amigos, in the physical digital mind or realm, and also whoever wants to see us now. Um, so today it's the first Ching discussion group meeting, and the idea is to share the knowledge, the insight. You don't have to know anything about anything, just whatever comes up in the moment, like pick your understanding, your truth, your wisdom, and share it with us. So we'll start with a short introduction, and like let's give it like 3 minutes each, and just like until 3 minutes. Maybe you think, what do I have to speak in 3 minutes? But whatever comes up. Also, who you are, why you are here, what you want to learn, what you want to share, what you know about the I Ching, whatever kind of introduction you want to do. So I will start, if it's okay with everyone. Good. All right. So I give myself 3 minutes. And yeah, it's nice that Pete is here because the legend goes that Pete came to me a few years ago, and he handed me this book that's here. I fixed it a little bit. It was the pages were torn down, and he told me, as the legend goes, that his dad passed this book to him just a few minutes before he died. And a little bit, I changed the story a little bit, just a bit, but part of it is true. And he gave him this book that to follow him. And then Pete came to me one day. I think we were doing like a running something. I don't know. We met at the beach of the Mediterranean Sea. I think when you gave me this book and you said like, yeah, you can have it, and yeah, you can use it now. So I'm here because of Pete. And yeah, many thanks to you. Really, it's like a really powerful, like, wow. It's like the most incredible thing that I have met in my life, according like in spiritual manners. And it holds really this profound truth of the universe. And this is so Chinese and so true. It's like more like scientific language that they teach you, and but it's done very abstract, let's say. I don't know if you know, whoever knows the I Ching, it's like really like a short poem, and you have to configure your energetic state. And yeah, so for me, I've done it like daily sometime, and it really took me into a profound understanding of my intuition, how to follow the creative or the receptive, like when it's time to go forward and make a move, like initiating this beautiful meeting that we are having, and when it is time to accept and just relax, and what will be, and let the way guide us. So that's me in a short record. I'm also, I think, a Qigong instructor, and I'm doing like a lot of Taoist stuff, healings and Tao Tantra and like this. But Pete can tell us about Tantra, Tao Tantra maybe. Okay, so that's for me. And yeah, my time is up. So who wants it? We'll do it popcorn. Whoever wants to take. All right, Pete. So unmute yourself first.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, good. No, now, not. It was a bit like you are mute now. I can. Yeah, good.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool. I can't see myself while at the same time I'm talking for
yeah.
some reason. Okay. Yeah, I'm Peter. Hi, everybody. Um, I've known Ariel for about, I don't know, 20 years, something like that, Ariel. What do you think?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
After I
Um,
joined Student. Yeah.
the legend of the I Ching. Well, I like this legend. Um, I came across the I Ching through being interested in esoteric for Eastern philosophies. I was interested in Buddhism, Taoism, and came across the I Ching about 40 years ago. And yeah, I got this book from my father along with the Tao Te Ching and Lao Tzu and many other things like this. And yeah, I like the idea. I haven't done the I Ching very regularly for a long time. I used to do it a long time ago, very regularly. And now I'm just interested to come back into consulting. And that's it, really. So I'm interested to see how this goes.
All right. Thank you, Pete. And Sina and Shalom, you can continue whoever wants. Sina or Shalom. All right, Sina, go. Go.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Sina, and I know Ariel since a few months ago. Like I think it's been like about six months ago. I think in Costa Rica that we met, and we've had some other sessions with each other with a compassionate group on violent communication. And yeah, so I know I Ching from a friend of mine that I met a few years ago. Um, we had a conversation about esoteric and divinistic techniques and methods, and he introduced me to I Ching. And then after that, I actually found a book in the library, and at that time, I was also reading some works on Carl Jung, the Swiss psychologist, about psychoanalysis, and I saw his uh, preface of the book, preface, and yeah, so then I started to do a little bit of divinistic techniques online, and yeah, I'm very interested in essentially getting guided by I Ching and being able to make decisions according to that. Yeah, so yeah, I'm hoping to learn and share. Thank you.
Right, gracias. Yalla, Shalom. Your
All
turn.
right, I'm the last one. Okay, so I'm Shalom. Actually, I don't know nothing about I Ching. I just start to search about it and read about it a little bit, and not more than that. Um, I'm walking the way of Lao Tzu in, let's say, like 4 years. I met it 4 years ago, yep. And now I'm finished my school at acupuncture and just start my own business, my clinic for therapy. And actually, I don't know how I get to the I Ching. I believe that the Tao sent me over it, and that's it, I think.
All right. Yeah, it's interesting, that I think you are the second person I met that study acupuncture and they don't learn the I Ching. It's like, wow, this is like the basic, It's like, this is the foundation of everything, like, so it's interesting. Uh, but yeah, also, many Chinese don't know the I Ching. It's like it wasn't so known as the Tao Te Ching. It was kind of secret knowledge, as I understand. It was used by the king of China, the emperor, to make decisions. That's how it started. Started actually as an oral tradition, like passing it. They have, maybe also Pete knows more than me, but the beginning was they broke the turtle's how do you say shirion, the Peter, like the back of the turtle, they put it in the fire and they broke it, and that's how the hexagram got and they started to configure from this like that.
The shell of a turtle, yeah.
Yeah, the turtle. I want to see if I can make you like all the time unmute. Okay. You can stay because maybe it's difficult for you to fit to run between the whatever. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. In whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, let's start. Let's do it without more. We don't, you don't need to know anything about it to start doing it. And the way we'll do it is with the 3 coins. And so this is like the easy way to do to throw the coin. Actually, maybe Pete, can you tell us about the Euro sticks method before,
about the what?
About the Euro sticks, before, because the 3 coins is like the shortcut of the traditional one. It's also the Chinese, but now you understand maybe in a little bit why we are not doing it in this session. So please, what is the traditional way or the classical way?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Good, yeah.
Well, like you say, traditionally the ancient traditions of Tao and of I Ching and the philosophy was looked upon as a kind of magic, and because it's in touch with the life forces, and like you say, the king and the higher people, the aristocrats, used to have their wise man or their shaman who would be very, very knowledgeable in the way of life, and they would consult him for the I Ching, and it will be a very complicated method of producing the results to come up with an answer of a question or of a guidance. And so it was a very complicated way of doing it. And the more simple people used to do consult the local village shaman, and like you say, they would burn shells, they would use a turtle shell, they would look at the ashes, they would look at signs in nature and come up with answers like this. But they were also knowledgeable about the I Ching, but they didn't go into it so deeply. So they had simpler ways of doing it. They have the ways of the coins is a more modern way of doing it. There's a way of doing it with 6 sticks, which you have they're like flat sticks, like you have in a ice cream. The flat sticks like this. They had 6 of these with a black side and a black and white side, and they throw them on the ground and they count the letters, they count the numbers, and they come up with the hexagrams. So this was a way of a more simpler way of doing it. But the very complicated way, the original way, and the way that the very knowledgeable people, they looked upon them, like you say, the higher man they call him in the I Ching, and the more aristocratic people of the higher castes and the more knowledgeable people, they used a way with 50 sticks, which they used from a plant called yarrow, which we have here in Israel. They have it in most of Europe, and they have it in nearly everywhere in the world. And I'm not sure what it's called in Hebrew. I'm not sure what it's called in Spanish, but it's called yarrow in English. And they dry the sticks. Sometimes they like to do it at a certain time of year and a certain time of the moon. And they have like a way of keeping them in a silk cloth, like you should keep your I Ching in a silk cloth. And you kind of treat it with respect, and you don't you keep it in a good place with like a good feeling towards it, to keep the positive energies. Because generally the I Ching, the chi, the ki, and the way is always for the positive. The universe is always going for the positive to create, and to be in touch with the creation and the positive force by using the I Ching. You must be in a positive frame of mind, and therefore treat the I Ching with respect and the sticks with a positive energy. And the way you do it with the sticks, you hold 50 sticks in your left hand. You take one of the sticks out of the bunch of 50 with your right hand, and you just put it to the side. And then you start taking the sticks with your right hand, and you count them into groups of 4. And when you end up with a certain amount in your left hand, you put those to the side. And then you take all the sticks again, you divide them into half, you put the half aside, and then you start counting again in groups with the right hand, taking them from the left until you have a certain amount left, which can be, I don't know the numbers exactly, but it's like with the coins where you have 6, 7, 8, and 9. You know this, Ariel?
Yeah.
And you do this on and on and on until you have a certain amount of sticks, and then that gives you the first line of the hexagram. And then you collect them all up again, and you take one out, and it takes a long time to do it. To produce a hexagram with the 6 lines, doing it by this method can take maybe an hour just to do the divination, they call it, to do the picture. And then you have to go into the result, and then this is before you turn the opposites and the ups and the downs, and you have the old going to the new. This is before any of this, but this is the original way of doing it.
So Chinese are Chinese, this is like the Chinese way.
Yeah.
Like it's very Chinese.
This was very official way of doing it. But it takes a long time. So there's a simpler way which we use, and this is an easier, simpler way. You come to the same methods. Mathematically and the possibilities, it works out about the same. But the idea is, it's like when you're doing tarot, that your mind is focusing and you're in touch with the energies while you're doing it, and you're coming up with a more concentrated divination. You're coming up with probably a more focused result. Any result that you get when you're divining with I Ching is correct. Any result is correct. It doesn't matter whether you agree with it or not. This is the way. This is the Tao. But when you're having a very long process to do it, it's more focused and more concentrated. This is the only difference, really.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Thanks, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's good of you. I couldn't explain what you said about the Euro sticks. You explained it to me, and it's like too much information.
Yeah. It's complicated, but when you do it a few times, it's interesting. It's like a meditation to do it, but it's complicated. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a flashback about last evening about too much information.
Yeah.
But never mind. Okay. It was a flashback with the. Never mind. Sorry. Okay. Not. Yeah. I have to pause the recording. Okay. So okay, let's do it. So the first thing is maybe what to ask.
Yeah.
This is like the first, and also this is like, it's good that there are not more people, because this is can cause controversial also, like how to ask the question, and what is a good question to ask. This is a subject in itself, but we won't get into it today. But does anyone want to ask something in the realm of the group? Which is really he wants to do it, or something he wants to know, not about the your own, but something that is more universal. Usually in private sessions, they get into private questioning, which is also can be interesting. And for me, I thought of just asking, what can we ask the I Ching today? This is like, and we see what happens. Or somebody has different questions. Pete, you master or party Pete as your. Okay.
Sleepy Pete.
Yeah, yeah. You want to tell us why, or it's not, or it's too much information for now?
Too much information for now.
About party. All right. So the question is, all right, and there is another Orna just joined in a spiritual groove. Hola, Orna, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, just in time, just before we want to ask a question, like, Orna, who you are, and what are you doing here? Okay, so Orna, thank you for coming, joining, and we are just about to start the flipping of the coins. So, what can we ask the Ching today is good for us all? As a question?
1 minute, Ariel. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Does
good.
everybody know how to use the coins? You need to explain to people
Yeah,
how
we
to use the coins.
will do it. Yeah, we also, you can explain it if you want, but let's just ask a question. You want to explain first about the method, or we do it as we go?
Yeah, do it as we go.
Okay. So before we get into the answer, or in order to start flipping the coin, let's get into a meditation, a short meditation that we all in line. And for sure, Pete knows this movement. We start with a short meditation and the Zhongtian movement, which I always start my practices with. It's the heaven-earth movement, connecting to the yang, heaven, and bringing it down to Mother Earth. And this is the connection of the yang and the yin. So we'll start with this movement. So we start with I'm opposite of you. So, okay. The right hand below, the left above, and thumb touching. I'm opposite, so it's like not there. Okay. So the right below, the left above, and thumb touching, and put it like around 3 centimeters below the navel. Yeah. In the lower dantian, or the second chakra. Are we all familiar with the dantian? The dantian is like the storage of energy inside our body. So we connect to the lower dantian, which is kind of equivalent to the second chakra. 3 fingers below the navel. Just breathe in and out from your lower abdomen. And and give yourself an inner smile, smiling to your lower abdomen, to your energetic center, your vitality center. Now raise your consciousness to the heart center, to the middle dantian, and breathe from the heart. Fine. Concentrate in the heart center. As you inhale, feel the love is expanding throughout your body. As you exhale, you contract the love into your heart center. Inhale, expand. Exhale, all the particles of your body are sending love to your heart. Let your hands flow up to your mouth and open your hand and blow from the heart to your hand. Your left hand goes up. I'm opposite of you, in front of the forehead, not touching, but like healing. And stretch a little bit, like you're growing upward, reaching heaven above clouds. Like your head is above the clouds, connecting with your guidance, with the spiritual power, with heaven. And if you lower your left hand, let this energy get into your crown, going all the way through the heart, slowly, connecting with Mother Earth, some touching inside of us. All right, and when you're ready, you are welcome to open your physical and digital eyes. Hola, Ona, and thank you for joining. So we'll start the casting now. And the question that we all want to ask is, unless you downloaded something when we did it, is what can we ask the I Ching today? By the way, I usually think about what I want to ask. And then as I do this movement and I'm connecting to the spiritual and to the yin, I check if this is what I really want to ask. Like sometimes I change the question a little bit after I do this movement, and good for downloading materials. This is the first Qigong movement I always start, and we'll finish also with this movement. At the beginning of the session, we connect to heaven and to earth, and at the end, we give our gratitude to heaven and to earth. By the way, the meaning of the heaven-earth movement is exactly like the number 11 of the I Ching, which is peace. When the connection of the yang and the yin, when they are connecting together, you can feel peace is descending on you. So when you do this movement, you can really feel truly inside your body how this peace is descending into your body. And okay, so the question is how we do it, because we are 5, and there are 6 times we have to throw it. So let's just do 1 each and then we decide. Okay? Or do you want to decide now who wants to? Let's go. I start because I initiated. Is that good for you? I think it's appropriate. And okay, so I shake. Whoever doesn't know. And it's good to have the question in mind while we shake it. And I got 2 yin and 1 yang, which is 2 tails and 1 head. Okay, I've got 2 tails and 1 head, which is 2 and 2 is 4. Each tail, I got a simonim. You know, this was like Israeli old telephone booths they used to yeah, I just got it in business center last time I wasn't. So this is the yin, and this is the yang. Okay. So actually, if you don't know what yin, what yang, when you do it by yourself, you just decide beforehand, like which one is for you. But the idea is that the yin is the tail, is the backwards, and the yang is the forward. So we count it. Each yang is 3, and each yin is 2. So we have 2 plus 2 is 7. Okay. I will first, and this is also Chinese, but so a little bit complicated, not like as complicated as Fate wanted us to do. But anyway, 7 is odd, so it's yang. So we mark 1 yang line in our digital paper. All right, so I marked 1 yang line at the bottom. Who wants to go second? Also, there is a meaning for the places, but yeah, let's do it. Yeah, Shalom. Okay, you shake it and have the question in your head, and we can all give our energy to Shalom.
What? 3 in.
3 in. All right. So
Yep.
that's okay. So it's 6.
Yep.
So we mark yin. So it's a broken line, and we give it so this is 6 a little x, because when it's full yin, it turns into yang. Okay, as the full moon turns, right? So every time we have 4 options: small yin, small yang, like what we had before, and small and big yang, big yin, which means it will turn. So we'll have another hexagram, and this is it's turning. See, this is the original hexagram, and this is the second hexagram we will read afterwards. So today we'll have 2 hexagrams. Sometimes we have only 1, but that's the way it goes today. Okay, so Peter is going to shake. I see Peter's shaking. Shake it, Pete. Yeah, all right. And what can we ask the I Ching today? All right, give Pete some energy.
I have two yin and a yang.
Two yin and a yang. So
Yeah,
it's
seven.
seven. Seven. All right. So we have here. So this is, you know what I want to explain about the diagrams. Okay, we have here light, and this is the creative. But afterward, you will understand more. All right. So clarity. We got some clarity here. And that's what the I Ching. Okay, Sina, your turn.
All right.
It goes by age, I guess.
Okay, so I have two yang and one yin. So I decided head would be for yang and tail for yin. So that's 6 and 2, 8.
Yeah. So we have 8 is the yin. So we have here yin. Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry, and this is also yin. So sorry, I made a mistake. This is also yin. The other hexagram, is also the same. Unless it's changing, it's all the same lines.
Okay. Mhm.
The first time is a little bit complicated after you get it. It's not like it's not so complicated as it seems, or it is, whatever. Ona, you are the youngest. So do you have your coins with you here?
No, I didn't. I didn't prepare coins. I didn't see that you have to prepare coins.
Okay, next time.
Next time.
Do you have coins and you want to use them in your house?
Of course, I have coins in my house.
Okay, you can. Do you? Okay, this is the question. Do you want to go and get them?
Okay, but it takes
will-
time, you know.
You have, let's say, 1 minute. I mean, it's okay, 1 minute.
Okay, I'll try.
We can speak in the middle about something. All right, what can we speak now? Okay, so what we'll do, I can explain in the meantime what we do next after we finish. We have to do 2 more coins, and then we'll go to the index, which is exactly the content of the book, and we'll understand. So it's divided into threes. You see, there are 3. So we go like we have clarity, which is this, and so we'll go on this line. But I don't know what we'll have in the upper hexagram. So after we'll finish the throwing themselves, we'll go into the index, and we'll know what is the energetic state of us as a group, I guess. For me, this is the most profound oracle, let's say, because it really tells you your energetic state. And between the yang and the yin, this is the yang, full yang, and this is full yin. The connection between them is number 11, peace. This is the Qigong movement that we did. And so by doing this, you can know what is your energetic state between the yang, full power, full creativity, and going into full receptive. So in between, there are many more situations of energetic state, and of this will have 6 more interpretations, at least inside the chapter, and we will explain about it more, but it's divided into more. All right, so you are here, Ona.
Yes.
And I will stop the share. All right, so yeah, you have some coins to shake.
Yes.
All right, so shake it, Ona, and the question is, what can we ask the I Ching today? Yeah, good. Yalla, Orna.
I have two yin and one yang.
So it is 7. So we mark it also it's a full yang. And I think Orna, you deserve another throw. Like also because you will more, more feminine and also respect for whatever you did right now. So
Yeah.
go ahead and throw if it's accepted by all the men here. Yalla, Orna, give us another throw. Yeah, go.
What do you want me to do?
Another one.
Another one with the
Another
same
one.
coins.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay,
Don't go and
I
get
do
another
it.
paper. All right. All right.
Two yin and one yang.
All right. So we got gentleness above clarity. I will share my screen. So what we have here today is this was the first trio that we made. And then we'll have, wait, I don't see. Wait.
Li.
Okay. And so we had clarity and gentleness, or the wood, which is 37. Yeah, 37. Okay. So we open 37. Okay, what does it mean to you? Clarity below, wood, or wind above? Wood above the fire or above the light. And I will, in the meantime, will get the specific. Okay, interesting. All right. Okay.
And we also represent the sun.
Yeah. The sun is below and the wood above. I will share what I will share now. There are many translations and commentaries and like when I started with this book what Peter gave me, and this is like the classical translation of Wilhelm. Wilhelm was a German missionary who he was a Christian, and he came to China in order to do some Christianity, to turn Chinese into Christianity, and he fell in love with the Tao, so he became a Taoist, and he became the first Westerner to translate the I Ching, which is this book. And this book also, as you said, Sina, Carl Jung wrote the introduction to this very famous introduction. Afterwards, I started using this book, which is also more, you see it backwards, but this is more Taoist approaches. I can recommend later, and also in Hebrew, there is this book, which I don't recommend, but whoever, it's okay. But you can start using it if you want. It's a good whatever, but it's old language for me. I don't resonate. But I think this is the only translation to Hebrew. So I started writing my own translation and commentary a few months ago, and I call it The Loving Being I Ching, which is based on the classical I Ching, and also there are many other, as I said, many other translations, and it's very important, the words, because you will see it's very short. The book itself is almost nothing. It's very, very short book, but it's like, like I've got this book and the commentary and everything is much more. Actually, there was a process of how it was done. In the third stage was Confucius, actually, but this was only the third stage, and it started on King Wayne, I think, like in the 3,000 years ago or even more. The legend goes it's between 3,000 to 5,000 years the age of the book. It was before Taoism. This is like the base of Taoism, and it was before the Bible. The Tao Te Ching and the Bible, as I understand, were written by about the same time. And by the way, also Lao Tse, we don't know exactly that this man existed. I mean, they are not. This is also a legend about him. If it's because we know exactly who wrote the I Ching, but the Tao Te Ching we don't really know about who, if Lao Tzu was really existed. Um, all right. So, okay. So what I did, I wrote my own version because the old language, when I started giving consultations to people and also to myself, I saw the old language is a barrier in many cases, especially to women, because the superior and inferior, and of course there are those stages in us, and also Pete, you said something about it, but uh, for me, I didn't feel right. Also, in my understanding, also Sina knows in compassionate communication, and also in all the spiritual realm, there is no positive and negative. It's all part of the way. I didn't I don't resonate with this language, although there are upper and downer sides. There are I do understand the concept, but I try to translate it in more uh, my own understanding, and like I will try to balance between the old times and our current time, and also the superior. I translated superior man to a loving being because this also gives us more understanding of what superior is and what does it all about. Uh, so this is kind of what I do, and also other stuff, but this is the idea. So I will share my book. This is based on around 10 different commentaries and like this, even more. And this is still a work in progress. So I don't know what we'll have today, but it's like it's not finished. So some layers are more evident of the original book. So we got here today the family, the hexagram of the family. So we see that this is the first triagram that we casted, which is clarity. And this is the gentle or the wind, which is also as wood. And we will read more about it. So this is like a one-liner that encapsulates the whole hexagram or the whole answer that we got. The situation requires the same sacrifices and clearly defined rules as are founded in the family. Okay. Does it say anything to anybody? Okay, let's go down. I will skip the nuclear and the opposite hexagrams for now. And this is really the book itself. So the book itself consists of the image, or what exactly what we can understand from the structure of the hexagram, and then the other part that will go in a little bit. So the image says, wind comes forth from fire, the image of the family. Loving beings have substance in their words and consistency in their behaviors.
Mm.
All right, good. let's go down a little bit. And does it say anything? If it says, you just, you know, whatever. So the idea is to contemplate. And after you understand the language of the I Ching, you start to resonate, you know, with, it's more, you know, you have to get used to it a little bit. Wind comes forth from fire, suggesting the idea of inspiration or energy, which is the energy of the fire, giving rise to communication and expression. This imagery is used to symbolize the dynamics within a family or a group of people living together. Okay, so for me, it's like what we do here is really forming kind of a new group or whatever, whoever stays with us. And what we do in our regular life, you know, this is like a practice. Like Qigong, like any other, you know, it's like we are doing this together as we are giving forth our truth into this meeting.
It's very interesting that we have this this result from the first time that we've done something together as separate people coming together as a unit and having a result which is a family unit. It's very interesting. This is another reason why the I Ching and the energy that is all around us is forming together. It's amazing, really, if you think about it. Like, we're in different places in the world, but the energy is the same. It's just been conducted like lightning, like barak. It's always in the air, and suddenly it has a place to go, and it's a creation. It's like this unit we came together today for the first time. It's very interesting.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Always it's accurate. The answer is always accurate and always like, yeah, that's the way. You know, it's like, okay, the structure of the sacrogram represents. I don't see you. Okay, it represents the relationships within the family. The yang at the fifth place represent the husband, while the yin at the second place represents the wife. So, like, let me see it. Wait, the yang at the represents the father, and this is the wife. Okay.
It's also important. I'm looking in my my book here, and it says that in the judgment, it says a woman's persistence brings good fortune, and
Peter, but you are running away, man. We are in the image, man. We are in the image, and this is something I did, and which is interesting also in the book that I'm writing or I'm commenting or whatever. I started with the image and not with the judgment. Because I think it's more easier to understand first the structure, and then we understand the judgment. Okay, so I started I don't know why they started with the judgment first. Like in all the books I see it, they started from the I don't know why. Okay, where are we? Two yang lines in the fifth and the third places denote two brothers, while with the fourth and second place yin lines signifying their receptive wives. This is also a little bit too much maybe for beginners. So I don't think that we'll go over today since most of us are beginners and this is the first time. I think it will be a little bit too much maybe to go over the family structure, which is also like another layer. Also like positions and hierarchy, maybe like this is like the first, we can say like the presence of the yang line in the sixth place, which is typically associated with yin, signifies the strong leadership expected from the head of the family, which is me, I guess. The head of the family can also symbolize your authentic, loving nature, fostering unity and harmony, within the family or any closely knit group. And also, everything can symbolize everything to somebody else. It's all about how it reflects to you. Yeah. The symbol of wind stirred by fire illustrates influence working from within outwards. Just as heat generates energy and wind represents the outward expression of your inner strength, influencing others starts from within with your authentic self. To manifest your true loving nature, start from your authentic self. Effective communication relies on genuine words, just as fire relies on its fuel. Words have power when they are relevant to specific situations. General advice is ineffective. These words must align with your actions, just as the wind's impact depends on others' adaptability and conformity. Inconsistency between words and deeds render them ineffectual. Any insight of this paragraph? Somebody?
Yeah, I think this is giving advice essentially to how we are communicating I Ching in a way. Like here it says to manifest your true loving nature, to start from the authentic self. Self-effective communication relies on genuine words, just as fire relies on the fuel. So essentially, how we are communicating the wisdom of I Ching in a way, and so it's in a way guiding us through it. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And also the role of the head of the family, the leadership in this situation as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, it can represent the head of the family is you always. Like you are the head of your family. You are the leader of, and also you can find the sisters and the brothers running around our own, and also every situation can reflect others, sisters, brothers. This is not for now because it will get too much, but for me, it was text. The text was about the head of the family, so for me, it's like how I really how do I manifest what I really live? This is my life. This is how I live by. Uh, that's the way I do. That's the way I live. So it's like this is just to be authentic, and that's it. Like all is cool. The key message of this hexagram is about the importance of a family or any closely knit group functioning harmoniously. It indicates that open and honest relationship communication is essential for maintaining unity and harmony within the family. In a broader sense, this hexagram encourages people to understand the importance of open and honest communication in any group or social setting, not just within the family. It suggests that when people express themselves genuinely and act in alignment with their words, it fosters trust and unity. All right. So this was the first part. What do you think?
Yeah, very interesting.
Shalom, hit us with your wisdom.
I'm here. It's very
Give us
interesting.
acupuncture points. Give us where to knock.
Here.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Good. All right. You have something because of your Chinese knowledge. I don't know. You have something to add, or it's all very obvious and all is good.
No, it's not obvious. I just don't know. I thought you have to ask something and then you get an answer,
Yeah.
but I don't see it. I don't understand.
Okay. What you don't understand?
I don't understand why what is the connection between what I ask and what is written.
So you need some more clarification.
Yeah.
Maybe we
About
go to
authenticity, okay, it's very good, but what's the connection between what I ask and the authenticity?
okay. Somebody wants to answer that?
Would you like to share your question? Or
No,
not?
I'd rather not.
Okay. Okay.
The question was now, what's the connection between the question, which is,
Yeah.
if I understood you correctly, Ona, what is the connection between what can the I Ching teach us today, right? Or what can we ask the I Ching today?
No,
Which
I
is
asked something else.
ah,
No, I
Orna
didn't
also
ask you.
specific.
okay,
I
okay.
want to ask something specific personally. If you were to think of your personal situation
Yes.
in an imaginary context that you could be part of a group, can be family, maybe it could be work, it could also be a social network that's a virtual group that you're a part of. The result of this divination is on the whole is looking at some way that you are in a group of people, and maybe that has something to do with your question. If that's relevant, then that's the connection that you could look for between where you are and how you have a result. This hexagram is describing the family, and then we can look at that and say that unity and creation and roles all coming together in forming in the way, going on the way. And that if that has some kind of relevance to your question, I don't know, but
Yeah, it's
you
good.
have
It's
to.
good. Yeah, it's a really nice what's going on here. And it's all for me. It reminded me a little bit of the TV series Arrested Development. You
Mhm.
know, it's like a family there, and like it's like they are doing a TV show about the family is like a business, and it's like a comic
Yeah,
sitcom. Uh, it's like making jokes about the family and it's the modern world, and uh, so whatever goes inside the family and the secrets that we hold inside. And yeah, so in order to ask a question, we all have to agree on the question. And if we are not in the same line, we can't do an hexagram because we'll have the mixed lines all running all over. But I will suggest that let's continue because it's nice and that's what happened. And
yeah,
that is interesting for whatever we do here also. Okay, so I think what was here, I will go with it. But if it's okay with all of us,
mhm.
and Orna, maybe let's I will go another layer, and maybe we see if you
I can
understand that
tell you what I asked.
all right.
I asked what is the result of a blood test that I had.
Ah, okay. So we have like a double questioning, unknown question, a hidden question. This I haven't. Okay, so we'll have an hidden answer.
Well, whether the result gonna be positive or negative.
Okay, and also this is recorded. Okay, I'm just saying that if it will turn, I'm just saying because you ask kind of personal questioning. If we will speak about you, I can pause the recording if you want. If it's
No,
not
I
urgent.
didn't. It's not so personal.
Good,
It's
good, good, good,
okay.
good. Okay, so what did you ask again? Like, what is the question? You got
Whether
it? What is
the
the
blood
what
test
is the
that
question?
I had is going to be positive or negative.
All right, interesting. All right. What is positive and this is also the inferior or there is no such a thing as positive or negative.
Well,
Let's see. Let's see what
in
happens.
medicine, there is such a thing, positive or
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
negative.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's in the the yang, and we go into sharing screen again, and let's go whatever is here. Okay. So now we go into the judgment, in which I called the insight. Okay.
Okay.
And also, Peter, you can, if you want, you can also read what was in your book, which is, I think it's also Wilhelm translation, right? What you have?
Yeah. What I was going to say, what I started
Ah,
to
this
say.
is the same. So this is the same. This I didn't change yet. This is exactly the same as the original
It's the
translation.
perseverance of the woman. This is what I was going to say, which was interesting because Orna came into the came into the group after we'd discussed some bits and pieces about history, and Orna arrived, and also you asked her to do 2 times to
Ah,
throw the coins.
all right.
So
Good, good.
we had a very feminine influence on this. And
Yeah.
it also says that the woman's persistence brings good fortune. This is a judgment of this hexagram is good
Yeah.
fortune from a woman's perspective, which I think might, it might give you some kind of answer. And it also says
Ah, good, 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 good.
if a woman casts the hexagram, she can take it as a favorable omen. However, for men, it doesn't always have a significant outcome. It doesn't mean to say that it's negative for men, because, like I said, that the force is always to the positive. But
So
for a woman,
we won't have any dates from this meeting today, I guess.
but for a woman to cast it, it's giving good fortune. It's
Okay,
providing.
so okay. Pete give you the answer. All right, Orna. So Pete gave you the answer. So it's good fortune for you, and everything is good.
Even if the result of your test is not what you want to have, it's still going to bring good fortune according to the I Ching.
Okay.
Good, good,
So
good.
so
Yeah,
basically, don't worry, everything's good.
everything gonna be all right. All right, the family, the perseverance of the woman fathers. When you act in accordance to your yin, you are being receptive and able to carry the outer world. Even in close relationships, you will do your duty. When the yang is leading the family with receptibility, receptibility, and this is a typing error, and empathy, it can truly serve as a leader. To be a leader from behind, to lead, you have to lead from behind. Sorry, guys, this is some notes that I'm taking, and this is, as I said, is not final. When you haven't acted in accordance to your true loving nature, first to realize that you haven't been acting to your highest degree, to accept it. Okay, this is also interesting. So the yang, in order the yang, the man to lead, he has to be receptive, right? We have to turn soft in order like to accept. We have to accept the woman here within us or of the family in order to like when the yang is becoming yin, this is the way to lead. Like
Mhm.
the man or the leader, this is very known Taoist phrase, to lead from behind. Also in drum circles, when I drum and I go behind the lowest, like the one that is like the drum the least good, and I try to support him, and when he get the rhythm, he can we can all go drum together. So like to lead from behind. So this is also good to remember. Um, by accepting it, you are allowing the situation to unfold differently. Yeah, you never know what's this is acceptance. You never know, like we all came, we never know, we never knew what will happen. And also in this, whatever is for the best, also to whatever is what honor to your question. Also, everything if you accept it. Accepting yourself and accepting others will set you free and allow the situation to unfold in a loving way. This is the meaning of influencing from within outwards. This is like the image. And especially in a time of crisis. In acting this way, you are setting an example. That true love is accepting deficiencies that we all have and remembering that we are all on the path but haven't reached it yet. All right, eins ist bien. So any more understandings of what of this part? I think it all speaks by itself, right?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of wisdom, already. That's
Ona, what about you? Or Sina, do you want to continue? Sorry.
no.
I don't know yet. I feel it's kind of strange to me, the whole idea, the whole thing.
Good. So this what happens, as we say, it's not resonating with everyone. And this I've witnessed it few times, because I
Yeah.
give it private. And some people really resonate, and some people are more with other forms of spirituality, of Kabbalah, of
But
Hindu.
I like the meditation very much. I like the meditation.
So I also do some private Qigong. You go to the river, I do every Friday by the river. I can send some nice images in the
Which
group.
river?
What? Really nice that we did last Friday. What?
Which river?
It's by it's Rio Casa or Casa Rio. I don't know the name of the river itself. I think it's Diamante River, but really beautiful river here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
A really nice one. You are all invited. Tina was here, but you weren't in the Diamante Valley. You were only in Chiripo, Tina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're asking me.
Yeah, because you were in. We met in Costa Rica.
I wasn't. Yeah, Chiripo River.
You didn't meet. You didn't go down to the valley.
No, but I did. No.
Okay, you have.
To which valley?
Wow,
Yeah, but I
wow.
wasn't Chiripo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are all invited. It's really wow. Like it's the most concentrated, amazing places that I have seen, like in the world. Like so, wow places. It's like,
Oh
oh,
wow.
this is wow. This is like wow. Like every place. Like I've got like 5 places in very wow. And every time you meet some other places. Yeah, you are invited. I have a private river and a private waterfall. Really nice swimming pool. You are invited. Whatever. I do qigong there every morning. So
Nice.
yeah. Anyway, what we do now? Okay. So we finished the first 2 parts. If you want, you can stay with us, Orna. It will give you maybe some more clarity. Okay, because
Yeah.
now we go to the lines. So the first 2 parts were the image and the judgment, or I call the insight. And now we go, if you remember, we had this line,
Yes.
the second line changed. So we also read what happens when the second line changes. That's why I told you there are like 64 situations, but in each situation there are even more. So it's much more. Wait, I have to do share screen. Okay, I will go down to the second line. All right. Okay. Sticks in the second place means she should not follow her whim. She must attend within to the food. Perseverance brings good fortune. What is whims, Peter or Stina? I think I can do like this also.
What is whim?
Yeah, for, you know,
Whims is like
okay, like gachma, shigaon.
just like
Okay.
just taking a fancy to doing something, which is
Like an impulse.
yeah,
Yeah,
like an
yeah, yeah.
impulsive,
Yeah,
yeah.
good. Impulse,
Good, good.
urges, yeah, whatever. Let's change it now if we are here. Good. Okay, so that's this is what I do. She should not follow her impulses. She must attend within to the food. Perseverance will bring good fortunatus. The wife, oh, and also Peter, if you have some more in your book, which is different. Every commentary is a little bit different. The one,
Yeah,
this is the original from the classical book. I didn't change.
yeah.
The
Some
wife
of
must,
it's
yeah.
yeah, it's very similar.
Also, there are, yeah, the wife must always be guided by the will of the master of the house, of course, be he father, husband, or grown son. Oh,
Oh
wow.
God.
So this is controversial, guys, here, not for us, but for the woman here. I mean, for me, it's kind of nice, you know, this is truth, you know, we all know it. Okay, let's put it out there. But I don't know what the women might say. Then without having to look for them, she has great and important duties. So this is very similar to Jewish approaches, by the way, and also Muslim. Uh, she must, and remember that the people that wrote this were men. Let's also remember this. She must attend to the nourishment of her family and to the food for the sacrifice. In this way, she becomes the center of the social and religious life of the family. So it's like the opposite, you know? Like when you are acceptance and when you are actually, oh, what is this, man? No, so. In this way, she becomes the center of the social and religious life of the family, and her perseverance in this position brings good fortune to the whole house. So as we said, this is like yin turning yang and the opposite. This is exactly the changing line, you know, for us.
Hmm.
And yeah, when the man leads the house in receptivity, in being yin, being receptive, also the woman leads the family. Also, the yin needs to be yin in order to be yin. And sorry, this, ladies, somebody forgot here in the last few years, and I'm not being postmodern. Like, yeah, I think, sorry, also women, you know, this is the whole feminism approach. This is my opinion of feminism, which we learned in the 60s that women wanted to be women and men. You know, the women wanted to be more like a boss in the. This is the way I see it, and now they forgot, excuse me, to become yin. And this is only my idea that I'm saying now. And this is a reminder to be yin, to be yin. Like also woman, and you can see it on a woman when she is yin. She is receptive. And this is her when she is the most beautiful. And this is the way to lead the family. But this is also controversial. So, you know, like this is the approach that I see here. In relation to general conditions, I think I will be burned down by feminists. Let's erase this from the recording, you know. But who gives a fuck? In relation to general conditions, the counsel here is to seek nothing by means of force, but quietly to confine oneself to the duties at hand. All right. Any more? Any more?
Terrible.
Why terrible? Oh no.
Why? The woman should be submissive.
Good.
Okay, it's not for me.
Good. Okay. So how would you write it? Like this is really, you know, this is exactly what I do when I write because I don't want, I mean, this is interesting and this is learning experience for us. This is learning. You don't have to take it as it is, but what it means to you. This is all a conversation with you, with the text.
It makes me angry.
Yeah.
Very angry, very primitive.
It's because it
like
is.
the Jewish
No,
religion,
wait. Yeah.
עזר כנגדו.
Yeah.
Like the Jewish religion.
How do you call it
The conservative Jewish religion.
Yeah, exactly the same, but not exactly the same. So what is it? Is it if somebody also is it very similar to Jewish approaches, like and that's we see it in Israeli buses that lately in this primitive government, also as I'm using your language, that the women has to sit in the back. We can sit in synagogues that men are in the front, women are in the back. All of this process is like, oh man, this is very old fashioned. So is it the same? What can you see? Because we gave Orna a little bit of yin, but we are for yang here. So what do you think about this reading?
I have something written here also that it does say about the position of a wife in a home.
Good.
You can say that the position depends on whether you're looking at primitive way or whether you're looking at a modern way. If you're looking at a modern way, the position of anybody depends on their circumstances. It says also it can be a position of service, whether in the house, in the state. It can be a person who's in a group of officials or in a working environment. Is meaning somebody you have a place as part of a family or part of a team. You should not go on your personal impulses. You should take into account that you're part of a unit. It doesn't matter whether it's the male or the female. It's just because it's an old-fashioned book, they talk about the position of the woman. Like it's like you can read something from the Bible and it's like completely outrageous because it's same kind of thing. You would take it. You take it in the context. It's just comparing things.
I think it's both, and exactly this is what I try to do. That taking it from the feminine, this is exactly what I'm doing in the translation.
Yeah.
But and also like you can say like know your position in work, like be accepting to your boss, for an example, or any time, even like here, we have kind of hierarchy. So it kind of be accepting to whatever you accept, but also, good. Is it accepting the male approaches? And also I am going to be controversial, okay? And this is good, I think, because this is interesting, like it's asking, this is exactly yin-yang relationship. This is what we have to learn or to relearn, because in this, we don't know, like this word, this right now, it's so confusing, and it's like the traditional roles of masculine and feminine are changing. I see it, like there is a big earthquake, like in the Me Too, like, and it's happening now, like and now it's a time of great, how do you say, all the things are going to the surface, like many traumas. And the women have suffered, like let's admit, they have been traumatized by male dominance for so long. They they are really traumatized. You know, like we are now giving rise to new femininity, and the question is also what are the roles of the new male, the new female, and when like I started my spiritual journey, or when the first or the second crisis appeared, I went to a workshop of some tantric whatever, and we played the role of the like Osho meditation, that we played the role of the feminine, which is like the circle, the really feminine, beautiful feminine yummy that we love, and then we have had to act as male, like hunters, and it was like dumb people going like hoo, like hello, I'm not so stupid anymore. The male is here not to do who and like be powerful and strength, also to lead, like to lead the way is also the part, at least in my opinion, of the who is yang. We all have the yang and the yin inside us, and we all sometimes lead the way in the yang, and we also have to be receptive. So sometimes we need to lead the way and be spiritual and be who we are and accept whatever is going
I'm
beneath.
quite happy to let women lead the way and rule the world, to be honest. I think that
Yeah,
99.9% of the problems in the world are men's doing.
I'm happy.
Whether,
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'm happy. So maybe this is
whether it's
our first
world,
decision here.
world
Ona,
economy.
you lead. Ona, you lead.
What?
You
What did
lead
you
now.
ask?
You lead. You
You're a
lead.
leader.
You
Ona,
are
you're
the
a
leader
leader.
now. You chose you as the leader. And what do you want us to do now?
I don't know. What I'm hearing here, it sounds strange to me.
Yeah.
Uh, let's
Good,
say
good.
it. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Let's read another. Can I take the lead, Ona?
Well, it started getting late, and I have to wake up early in the morning.
Good, good.
So I'm going to leave you now.
Thank you, Ona, for joining us. And it
Thank
was a
you.
pleasure for meeting you and to had really interesting moments with you that I shared, and nice controversial moments. So it's nice and always good for publicity. Even bad publicity is good publicity, you know. So accepting the
Okay.
way.
Thank
Yalla.
you. Have a good night.
Bye bye.
Like everything, Yorna. Good night.
Good night.
So yeah, it's a bachelor's party now. That was interesting. Yeah, good, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So
If I may add just a little bit, yeah, so regarding, for example, talking instead of women and men, like if we talk about, let's say, feminine and masculine perspective, talking about giving and receptivity, even including leadership, I think that's the part of giving in a way. So, and how do the essentially the two opposites come in partnership together? Like for example, when it comes to the feminine and masculine, to the giving and receiving, what is a healthy partnership model that we could extract through, let's say, the wisdom of I Ching, to essentially be better guided within that perspective instead of a domineering perspective of feminine and masculine. Like for example, when it comes to leadership, a lot of times, at least looking at the world has been operating in the past several thousand years, it's been quite in a domineering model of masculine dominating feminine instead of a partnership model, which actually, based on some evidences, it had existed before within some cultures, some societies, including the island of Crete, for example.
also now
Uh,
it exists in some cultures.
Now what?
it also exists.
Yeah.
The opposite, that the feminine ruled over. Also in China, there are some tribes that the feminine are the leader. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but either way, I think where we are now consciously, it seems as if like a partnership model would serve us the best in a way. Instead of, let's say, one ruling another and just be like, oh, okay, we follow you rule, but what about partnership? Like, we're partnership of the opposites, because they both sides are coming from totally different way of being, in a way, within us. And also, when we talk about the wisdom of eaching, women, men, sisters, etc., uh, what about this? To me, that refers to also internal family structure that we hold within us, which we can observe that within our dreams. Like, if we are paying attention to the dreams, then we see our sisters, we see our mothers and other women and men coming to the dreams that we can relate to. And I think that's how the dynamic of the internal family structure operates unconsciously to begin with. And then with eaching, that we can access to essentially the communication with unconscious of how is this family structure, internal family structure is operating right now. And then what is the dynamic what is the approach I can take to move that dynamic to a healthier way, in a way. Or if there's blockages within the energy, how to operate in that way to allow the flow to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Shalom Aitra. How are you? You want to add something?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah, it was very interesting. Also, I think all of us need to be more feminine. Like, this is the time of the feminine, and also of men to become feminine. Like, this is the perseverance of the woman father. Like, we have to, we become more feminine and whatever, like, yeah, yeah. And you're definitely right about what you said about the structure of I mean, that's the way I see it, that the marriage model is really going on transformative quest at the moment.
Yeah.
And maybe more tribal community, more, I find the best that I live not with my wife, it's like, and many people are like this, that it has his own place in nature. Instagram. And so, like, let's get some more insight because we have 20 more minutes. So yeah, there is another. Okay, let's go to the. Let's see what is the second hexagram. I will share this with you. So the second hexagram, it was. So before it was. Wait, what is this? How do I do this? This one was before this one. So the second line changed from yin to yang. So we have the creative. It is the creative below, and gentleness, still gentleness above. So it's number 9. Okay. Small restraint. All right. Let's see. That's it. Number 9. That's the Beatles. Okay. Let's share. Okay. So number 9 is the taming power of the small O, he said to, or whatever. Attaining maturity through the subtle strength of patience. Good. Okay, that's good. For me, it says everything. And if you want to elaborate You are welcome. The image. The wind drives across heaven, the image of the taming power of the small. Thus, the loving beings refine the outwards aspect of their nature. Okay. What do you think? This hexagram means the force of the small, the power of the shadowy, that restrains, tames, impedes. Yes, this language will like restrainment, like yeah, a weak line in the fourth place, that of the minister. Never mind now, the fourth place. Yeah, this is the only line that is yin. Yeah, and this is the one that restrains the five yang line. Holds the five strong lines in check. In the image, it is the wind blowing across the sky. The wind restrains the clouds, the rising breath of the creative, and makes them grow dense, but as yet is not strong enough to turn them to rain. The hexagram represents a configuration of circumstances in which a strong element is temporarily held in leash by a weak element. It is only through gentleness that this can have a successful outcome. A little bit more, the wind can bring clouds together in the sky, yet as it is merely air without a solid body, it does not create a significant or enduring impact. Similarly, individuals during times when they cannot create a substantial effects in the external world can only refine the expression of their nature in smaller ways. Okay, let's be quiet more next time. Let's not, yeah, okay, a little bit. Okay, not say everything I think next time, maybe. Keep something inside. I understand. uh, what does it mean to you?
Bit lost on this one, really.
Okay, we can continue. And any insights, everybody? Or we want to continue? Let's continue. Okay. The taming power of the small has success. Dense clouds, no rain from our western region. All right. What is west? No rain from the western region. The taming power of the small signifies a potential for success through modest effort. The phrase dense cloud symbolizes promise, suggesting visible potential for success, yet external factors might cause delay. No rain. In some interpretations, the West symbolizes maturity or the culmination of a cycle. Yeah, we're going into the sunset, implying that despite visible potential and accumulated experience of the Western region, expected outcomes might not manifest immediately. This underscores that we haven't reached the maturity needed for decisive action. And also, Peter, you can Sina, you can correct me for English, me, whatever I do. The insight emphasizes proceeding with small, gradual efforts, patience, and determination, recognizing that the larger outcome might be delayed as our affairs are still progressing, though not yet at the point of immediate action. Okay, good, good. All right. Does it say something to someone?
Need to contemplate on this more, really. This insight is, yeah.
Okay. Anyone want to help Peter or Party Peter. Party Pete.
Uh-huh.
It was, we can have a comic relief here, Pete, if you want to speak about your best in parties filled with medicine
Yes.
in London of the 80s. All right.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, yeah, like lately I've become, I got this hexagram quite a lot recently. And when I got into this new house or whatever it is, I got it. You know, I wanted to ask, I consulted what is the energetic phrase or what, you know, what am I going through in this house? Oh, I thought like before getting in, I wanted to consult if this is a good house for me. And this is, this was the answer, you know, like I'm into a new environment and I'm trying to do some more retreats, some more, you know, expand my influence to the
Mm.
world. So it was like shwaya shwaya, slowly, slowly. Okay, good, good. You know, all is coming in its own time. And yeah, it was really great for me, relief to get it. You know, like also now, like, okay, we do what we do. The
Mm.
small step start, you know, the long road starts with a small step. And it's good that many people won't see this video. Let's admit it. there are less there are less controversial issues in the I Ching and or whatever. It's good, you know, like acceptance. You know, we started. I'm having fun, and I think I will do it next week also. And
Yeah.
you are, yeah, it will be nice, whatever it takes us. If you are happy, and I hope and I guess, you know, some other people got some attention and asked me they were supposed to come, and yeah, let's start and see. And I will limit these meetings to 8 participants only. So it will have like really, you know, each one can say, you know, we will have like authentic, intimate meeting, and we will share it with the outward words, and I will post it in the eTrim discussion group, Facebook group, and I hope, you know, like some more people, whatever, will see this. I'm quite sure they will, and so I will post early on a list of whoever wants to participate and put your name. That will have 8 people, and this is my summary for now. And let's do a checkout. Like, what did you get from this meeting? So we have 9 minutes yet. So it's 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 3 gets each 1. Let's do the app here. And I think I'm good in mathematics, but not so much. So the I-Ching has a lot of mathematics in it, you know, like really, wow, like this is all binary, you know, people are into computers sending me some very complicated stuff. And yeah, I think someday we will have like more. And next week, I think we will discuss more about the dragon, because actually today is the beginning of the Chinese New Year,
Yeah.
which is Dragon Year. And I thought maybe we can do something about the dragon here, but we'll do it next
What
week.
type of dragon is it? Do you know?
Peter, don't ask me difficult questions. You know, like me, I don't know. I just read the internet like you. You know, all right. But there is someone that has a workshop about the dragon year that I contacted, and maybe we'll do something. So who wants to start to do some checkout? 3 minutes of checkout, guys, as Austin Powers says. Yalla, who wants to start? It doesn't have to be 3 minutes. All right, Peter, go.
Peter, go. I talked too much already. No, thank you for
Very good.
listening. Very interesting divination. I like the idea that it's the simple interpretation of family or a group of people, which we are the group of people. I really like that. I think also I had this hexagram a long time ago. I don't know if do you remember me? We were talking
Yeah,
about this
yeah,
a few
exactly.
months ago.
You told me. Yeah,
It came up with the family when I was in a very different place in my life and a different time, absolutely chaotic time, living with no living for life for no tomorrow kind of. And this hexagram came up, and it kind of I decided to do some different things. Yeah, so interesting. I like it. It's a beginning, and good. It's a good idea, Ariel. So look forward to next week. You have to think of some way how we can, if there's going to be 8 people or whatever number of people, how we're going to do with the coins, because
yeah, a good one.
we need.
I thought to limit it to 6 people, but 8 is also a good number because it's the hexagram, and
Yeah,
it's like the number of there is 8 different kinds of triagram. Let's say
yeah.
it's the
When you have
the
it in
father.
the circle with the
Yeah,
shapes around the circle, yeah.
yeah. But 8 is a good number, and it's the number of infinity. So we start from here and we see what happens.
Uh-huh.
I think someone will be late. I don't know. Like who knows? We will decide it as we go, I think. Uh, yeah, we see.
Good.
We live the
Okay.
moment. We do
Yeah.
by the Tao, small steps every time.
Nice to
Everything
meet you.
Yeah, good,
Nice
good.
to meet you guys.
Yalla, who
Mhm.
wants to go next?
Okay.
I can go next.
Good, good. I'm not taking time. I think we have it.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so thank you so much for organizing this, and I really benefited from understanding the structure of I Ching. At the same time, very interested in symbology of I Ching, and also to how to transmit the wisdom that it wants to transmit also, and essentially getting a sense of connection with each symbol and also each hexagram. So yeah, very, very happy that I joined, and yeah, we'll be happy to continue as well.
Good, good, good. Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
and
you.
I hope also to
Okay.
see you in the compassionate communication class, man. You haven't been
Yes,
joined. Yeah, yeah.
I know. I know.
We discuss it later, and yeah.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
I was thinking if to let you in, but yeah. All right,
Okay.
Shalom, your turn.
Yep. So for the first time, it was very interesting. Uh, I think I like it, and probably I will come back next week to join it again. And probably I will get this book to be in my house and to ask you the questions. Because right now I'm asking the Tao Te Ching. I'm
Ah,
asking
also good.
him a lot of questions,
Yeah, yeah,
and he's answering with the questions as well.
yeah. Yeah.
So, yep.
Actually, when there is time, I also like to read, what the Tao Te Ching has to say about it. Like this is also very interesting to see the connection. Uh, I don't think today we'll have time, although I'm thinking like, yeah, let's run and get but next time we'll also. Do you have the Hebrew translation or the English translation?
I have it in Hebrew in 3 different translations,
Ah,
even
nice, nice.
4.
Wow.
Yeah,
Who do you have?
I have the Nisi Mamon,
Yeah, good one.
Dandao,
Mm.
And I don't remember. It's a lady that translated like 2 or 3 years
Ladies?
ago.
No ladies, guys.
No
We are
ladies,
not.
ladies.
Hey, man, we are not. Wait up,
No,
yeah.
did a very great
We have
work.
enough. Oh man, I think I'll
In
be
the
like.
English, I actually find it online. They have it in a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Ariel, do you still have my Tao Te Ching somewhere?
Let's discuss it later, man. Yes, I do. You know what? You go next to my uh, house. It's in the. I can tell you where it is. So if you want it, but yeah, it's the big book.
Yeah,
Yeah. I have it. Yeah. It's. I can tell you where if you want it.
another time.
Yeah, and actually here also there is nice. Maybe I can ask him to join. He also translated the Tao Te Ching to Hebrew. Orpheus. He has also Qigong Center here in the valley, and he also does some ayahuasca retreat. And it's yeah. Also, he also does Tai Chi and Qigong, and it's yeah. Maybe he has. Tell me if he has his Ophir Biran or Orpheus.
Oh, I think I have him. I have
Yeah,
his one.
yeah. I will tell him. He will be happy that.
Believe I have it. I need to
Some
check.
sometimes in the past we had jokes about Zvika Peak that you are the one that listened to him. Like in the. So okay, you have it. All right. So good, and I think we can wrap. We got 1 more minute to do the Zhongtian movement again and close this session. So I ask you to sit into your chair, your right hand below. I'm opposite, right above. Thumbs touching. Good. Yeah, and we close this session. We're giving our gratitude to heaven and to earth. Let's breathe to the heart a few times. For the time we shared today together. For ourselves for coming here. Let your hands flow up to your mouth. Open your thumbs and blow to your hands. The left hand goes up. I'm opposite. In the front of the forehead. Giving gratitude to the masculine. And being receptive. And as you lowering your left hand, you're allowing this energy of receptiveness to your body. So connecting to here and now and to Mother Earth. So thank you, amigos, for joining today's session, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.